to professionals and head to confessional. And once I'm in the booth, I feel real congressional. Welcome to the episode. Please like and subscribe. Don't drink and drive when you can smoke and fly. Soaring so high into the night sky, reaching for the stars, but they landed on a moon pie.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's going on? Awkward Intelligence. I'm Intox.
And BDot, baby.
And we're coming to you live on Facebook right now, but you all don't know that because you're not going to see it till Friday. But anyways, this is episode 14. We're back in the building. You know how we do. But yeah, so
14.
check us out. Check us out on Facebook. Players Paradise Entertainment has a page. Look us up. Players Paradise Entertainment. And then maybe you can get in on some of this live stuff we're doing. We're starting to do some wild shit out there now too, you know, so we'll see how it goes. But as always, ppeinmusic.com.
Check it out, PPE.
Look at this cool little shirt I got here.
Look at the bright shirt, PPE, baby.
We got them colors, man. We got them colors. Come get the colors.
Mm-hmm.
Next week I'll have an Awkward Intelligence shirt as well. So I got those coming through. So you'll be seeing those on the next episodes that we do as we follow this through. But yeah, look at this bright thing. I'm out shining over here. Like, turn that down.
Too bright.
Yep. And then of course we got our little leprechaun scenario going on here, because this will be released on Friday the 17th anyways, which is
St. Patrick's
Day. So I mean, you know, just being a little festive. We don't have any you know, what else goes with that? We don't have any green beer. They do a lot of green beer at the bars and shit. Yeah. We're not doing all that. We're not celebrating that hard.
Yeah, we ain't got no drinks.
Not celebrating that hard.
No drinks right now.
We got the usual drinks. The usual drinks are in the building. So what you got? What you got going on, man?
Me?
Anything good going on?
Nah, not right now. You know,
good news you want to drop?
Got the all love breakfast. You know, of course.
Always the all
love
breakfast.
That's rocking.
That's in the description.
You know.
Check out the description of the video. You definitely see where you can get that. Prime Pizza featuring all love breakfast. Let's go.
You got the best pizza out there in Baltimore. I mean,
definitely.
And I got the best home fries in Baltimore. I'm calling it.
He said, I'm calling
it. Yeah.
You got to come find out. You know, you got to come find out. Definitely.
Yeah, but you know, I'm getting back in my comedy.
Yep.
Getting back in the net.
Yeah, we went last week.
Yeah.
We all went last week. we took a crew trip.
Yeah, they came out, showed love. Yeah. I appreciate it. You know,
and I got some video of that too. So I might leak it.
Nah, don't leak that.
I might leak it.
Don't leak that, man, because that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you what happened. Like, it was like what? About 10 people went on stage, right? We didn't hear nothing. Okay. Nothing was going on.
Problems.
Everybody had
cool.
their set flawless, like cool. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no
comedy beef.
No comedy beef. No comedy beef. But as soon as I get on stage, they want to start jackhammering and shit. And,
all of a sudden, there was construction next door.
I said, oh.
Fucking jackhammer went off for like 5 minutes straight.
Like, as soon as I said, what's up, they started. Like, I said, wow, this cannot be going on right now. Cannot be going on right now. But, you know, I pushed through it. You know, I ain't do my whole set.
Yeah, you definitely worked through it. You definitely worked through it.
Yeah. Sometimes, you know, you just got to keep on going, man. Mm-hmm. You know, I think that was a test for me, for real.
Right. You never know what's going to happen. Yeah. You never know what's going to happen. So, you know, you got to work through it.
Mm-hmm.
You never know when someone's going to just start jackhammering in the middle of your set.
Right. You never know. Or you know, or like here, you know what I'm saying? You never know who the heck
Right.
coming in the
Somebody
door.
pops in. You know,
anything
stuff's
happen.
going on.
Phone goes off and shit. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. Shit's going on. So yeah, I wanted to bring up a crazy topic that most people aren't paying attention to.
Let's get it.
The Constitution. Everybody says, you know, the United States is founded on the Constitution. They can't do this to us. They can't do that to us. It's like, but they're doing all this shit to us, right? So all this stuff is happening because they're deviating from the Constitution, and we're not calling them on it, you know.
Right.
Or when we are, most people are then brainwashed that we aren't. You know what I mean? And so that's the whole Matrix shit, right? So check this out. This is where I'm going to start, and then we're gonna work through it because what I was saying earlier was there's one thing about reading the Constitution's an easy read. Mm-hmm. It's got like 4 articles. Each article's got maybe like 4 or 5 points to it or whatever, and they're decent sized paragraphs. So it's not a lot to read. It's an easy read. But the thing is once I read it, I just read it again like a week ago. But once I read it, I was like, I read it, but I didn't understand it. You know, and there was a couple parts I read it a couple times, and I'm like, I do not understand what that even means. Mm-hmm. So that's why I thought to myself, if I'm somebody out here who's doing a little research, who thinks they have learned a few things, and then I read this thing and I don't even understand it, most of the world doesn't understand it then.
Right.
You know, most of the country doesn't understand it then. And that's why I wanted to bring this up today. So let me go ahead and read this part real quick so you can see what I'm saying. This is the first paragraph to the Constitution, and most people think they know it. It's not even the first paragraph, actually. If somebody was to ask you what the first sentence of the Constitution was, most people would say, oh, that's we the people, right? Most people probably go, oh, yeah, it starts with we the people of the United States or something like that, right? And they're like, that's it. But that's not true. The whole first sentence is the whole start of the whole thing. Mm-hmm. It only has commas in it. So it's one whole sentence of pure, like, it's great. Oh, here we go. We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general wealth, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. That's the first sentence. That's the first introduction to the whole Constitution. And how much of that do you really understand? How much of that makes sense to most people?
Gotta read it again.
So yeah, that's what we're going to do real quick, just to go through it. So in order to form a more perfect union, and according to the Constitution, it only takes 9 states to create this Constitution, a union. It only takes 9 states to have a union, according to the Constitution. All right. Establish justice. So, here's a big one. It starts out with we the people. That's what we always have to remember. It's us, we the people. It doesn't say we the people and the government. It doesn't say the government. It says we the people. That's what we have to understand. So, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility. I don't even know what domestic tranquility is. Mm-hmm. Like, right. That's something else I'm going to have to look up.
Yeah, look it up. Right.
But it's like, what is domestic tranquility? Provide for the common defense. We know what that is. I mean, they interpreted it as build an army and build a navy and build an air force and build a military. They took it as provide for the common defense of a military. So we see where they got that from. Promote the general welfare. Does the government, or do we the people promote the general welfare of most things? You know what I mean? Like, we don't even think about that. We don't even think about that. No. That's the normal, just greeting people, saying hello, the general welfare of your area, and everything, and your people and your mental and all that stuff, right? That's how I'm looking at it. Promote the general welfare. Secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. I don't even know what posterity means. Like, in that context. Blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. What does that mean? What were they trying to say? That's the craziness of it. Right? These are things we have to look at and start to understand. Like, if we want the country to be better, and we know that the Constitution is where that information is to get us in that better scenario, we as the people need to understand this more. That's kind of, that's where I'm getting with it.
Yeah.
But we can't just sit there and go, oh yeah, well, the Constitution gives me those rights. Yeah, but you don't even understand why and how it's giving you that. You're still letting them take your rights away because you don't understand this. We all don't. I don't. That's why I'm here telling you. I don't even understand this. So how can we begin to defend ourselves in any fashion if we don't even understand the basic foundation of this situation, which is the Constitution?
The Constitution.
That to me is the most craziest of it. Is I thought I knew what the Constitution meant. I know what it means as a symbol. I know what it means as being American. That most countries don't have constitutions. Most countries don't have these things, But then I don't even understand it. It's like nobody explains this shit to us. Like, where's that class? That's a class we should have. Maybe we start the class. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, because it's like, if we're doing all these things in life, and it's like we don't understand the contracts we sign. We don't understand, when you download an app.
Maybe that shit's not for us.
When you download an app, you don't understand that shit either, and you just hit go. You're just like, I don't know. But yeah, I think that's interesting. So yeah, we the people. That's us. We gotta quit looking outside of us, ourselves, and start rebuilding the things we need to rebuild, and start having the conversations from Awkward Intelligence. Start having the conversations we're having. So that's good. This is good to get these conversations out there so that people can go, whoa, maybe I was looking at that at a totally different way or something.
Yeah. You're right though. Like understanding it. Because
reading it.
I'm not gonna lie.
And understanding.
I read it. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah. But understanding it is a different level. And that's it's a lot deeper. It's from reading it last week again. It was like, man, I felt like it was the first time I was reading it again. I was like, wow, this is all like new information again. But maybe it's because of all the new information I have. It just all looks different now.
Yeah.
We've talked about that, remember?
That's what I'm
saying.
You
watch the movies, you see the shows, you talk with people, you have new information. It all looks different now. And that's probably why I'm reading this going, did this always say this? It's like, I don't think it always said that.
Hey, so, so I watched somebody, on YouTube, whatever.
Yeah.
And he was saying, like, with all this stuff going on in the world, like, when we have issues, we don't know who to go to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So who can we complain to?
We're supposed to be able to complain to our senators and our representatives. The thing is those people have so much on their plate already. They don't give a fuck about the normal bullshit letters that come through. So that's why you end up having to do a petition, and then you have to make it bigger, and you got to take it to a case, and it just becomes so much work that most people can't do that. And I think they've created it like that. They've created that backstop system when before you could literally send a message by Pony Express to your senator or whatever, and they would actually pay attention to what's going on, you know, or at least a little more. You know, now you send something in and you're lucky if anybody sees it, you know,
Right?
Because they'll tell you, right, you know, send emails, send letters, do this. But it ends up becoming a campaign that's bigger. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but it becomes a situation where when you're dealing with work every day, when you're dealing with your kids, when you're trying to do all these things in your life, work out, eat better, you know, how much time do you got now to do anything else, right? Mm-hmm. So going after a situation like that, yeah, you're like, where do I go? Who's here to help me? Because I'm doing so many of these other things, I don't have the time for that. And I think that's where it gets. That's where it's getting. And that's where we've let them take our power from us because we just don't have the time to deal with it. They've created a circus and we're in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bomb droppers.
They created a circus and we're here. So that's the whole idea of gaining your financial freedom, gaining some freedom to do the things that you want to do, but doing also things that's better for everybody, which is running these campaigns, which is doing, you know, it's like what ends up happening a lot of times though with those, because you know you look at like BLM and stuff, right? That thing got so big, people were pushing so much into it that it went corrupt, you know. Because that's just how it works. It's like you get all that money flowing in, and all of a sudden now you don't know what to do with yourself anymore, you know, and it just becomes a corrupt scenario, and it happens to a lot of things. So it's like it's that loop. It just keeps looping you back. Every time you think you're going, it loops you back somehow. They found a way to infiltrate everything, so that you just have to keep trying to climb,
Like make a way.
Yeah. And at some point, but see, here's the thing. They know that you by yourself can only climb so high. Mm-hmm. And then everyone else is doing the same, but they're not doing it together. So that's we're all climbing these little ladders all by ourselves. Individually. When, what's that movie with the zombies? Nation Z or something, I can't remember. But all the zombies ran up to this wall and started getting on top of each other, and eventually they all just ran up and got over it.
Yeah, I think I seen that.
And that's us when we get together. When we get together as people, we're all on the same campaigns and we're not fighting each other. We're all able to rise that much faster.
Right.
You know, and just using that as an example, you know, interesting. You know, it's like crowdfunding. You know, at first you look at there's a lot of people out there that are crowdfunding for bullshit. You know, they're just trying to make $1. But think about how many things that have probably been innovative through crowdfunding, where people are saying, like, hey, man, just contribute $40 to this. And if I get, 10,000 people to put $40 in, I can get the money I need to get started and, do this thing or whatever. A lot of those products, are cool products because people put in together. I did, and remember when we first started this show, I talked about digital panhandling. So you look at digital panhandling from one angle, and you're like, yeah, people are just out there asking for money. But when there's an actual mission behind your shit, and you're able to use that money to fund that scenario, like I said, like if it's new tech or if it's new ideas or if it's whatever. That's how this world should be working. Right. We should all be working to help each other do things to make everybody better.
Bomb droppers.
Did I say that right?
You got the bomb.
He's like, you got away with it. Whatever happened, you got away with it.
Like, yeah, right. We should all be helping each other, man. Some form of way.
Yeah. Yeah. And because of division and all these other things in the world, I think a lot of us have gotten away from that, you know. And I mean, a lot of us do it, though. It's still out there. But then there's a lot of people who've turned that into a game. Now it's like every time you help me, you either owe me money or I got to get paid for that, or you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I get people got to, you know, they got to make a way.
Yeah.
You know, and there's always somebody who's going to use that simple way to make a way, you know, or whatever. Everybody's going to find a way. You know, that's why the guy who picks up cans still finding a way, still picking up cans, still taking them in, still finding a way, you know. But yeah. It's the pay it forward type of idea, you know, of the whole. Just do things for people when you can, out of love,
from the heart,
from
man.
the heart. You don't have to
expect
expect shit from everybody all the time.
Right.
Just know that that's like a blessing. You're helping somebody get blessed in that moment for something they may need or something they're doing, and something's gonna come to you when you need it. It's, you know, that's the whole karma thing, and, you know, the looping and
don't be looking for it. You know what I mean?
You're just doing nice things. Nice things are going to happen to you out of nowhere.
Yes, sir. I totally agree with that, man. You know, that's why I try to do good to people, man. 'Cause you never know.
Yeah.
You just never know.
Yeah. It's always a good idea. I mean, you don't have to do anything to just be a good, nice person, genuine. You just have to be yourself, you know, and yeah, everybody's going through stuff. That's why you have to remember that when we're out, everybody else is going through shit too, right? So if you're bringing that warmth and that goodness to a room and to an idea and to things, you're, like we talked about before, if you're putting it out there, most likely you're going to get that back. But yes, you'll run. Think about it. I've done this to somebody before, where they're already in a bad mood for whatever reason. And they're you know, they're in their thoughts, and they're just like, and then something happens, and they might look at you and go, "What the fuck are you up to?" Or just throw you something, right? And it automatically would start to put you in that, like, what the fuck are you? You know what I mean? But what I did to them at that moment was I was like, "How's your day going?" Threw that energy back at them.
Yeah.
Was you know? And then they looked up and was like, "Oh shit!" Like, my bad, like, you know what I mean? Like, it caught them off guard, and then I was like, and then they were like, well, yeah, man, I'm just saying, because the shit's fucked up around here. I was just in a mood, my bad, you know. And then I'll be like, yeah, but instead of I said it, I go, instead of me coming in here to fuck your day up, I came in here to brighten your day. That's what I said. And then so that threw them off a whole again, like, oh shit, like it's like I'm not here to do nothing to you. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what I'm here to do.
Right.
Other people might walk in here with a different attitude. Just know that's not me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So then next time, and in the future, that person check their energy when they would talk to me. You know, on average, you know what I mean? Like, everybody goes through this shit and has their bad days. Let me get the lighter, bro. But anyways, yeah. So you have to bring that energy. And if you're strong enough, you know, if your energy's that strong, it's gonna push through all that other bullshit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You ain't gotta worry about none of that.
Right. Shit, man. Ooh, bomb droppers.
Had to get another one in there.
Give out what you give, man.
Definitely.
Shit. That's where I'm at now, man. I'm to the point, shit. You speak, you know what I mean? I speak.
Right.
Feel me? But, you know, majority of the time I speak. You know, I say what's up. Some people don't say it back to me.
Right. But that's okay. Because they're going through shit.
Exactly.
You just
I ignore.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, okay,
Don't
cool.
let that ruin your day.
Cool. Right. Well, cool. I won't speak to you next time. I got you.
I think that's opposite of what we're talking about. But I get you.
Nah, yeah, you
But
know.
I get you.
I get you. You know.
You're supposed to make them want to talk to you, man.
No.
I mean, just because you bring the good energy is what I'm saying. Right.
People always, people talk to me, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, when I say, when I speak back and you don't respond, I'm like.
Right. Yeah, don't worry about it. No, just keep moving. Yeah, fuck them. You know what I mean? That day, you didn't need that energy. They probably had bad energy, and it's good they wasn't talking to you, so they don't move that energy to you. See what I'm saying? So some people just don't say shit. That's what it is. And it is good that they can, because that can happen. If that person end up start talking to you, maybe start telling you his problems, you're now accepting that energy. And you might have not been ready for that, for that day. You know what I mean? Some days you just don't want to take other people's energy on. It happens. It happens. So, yeah. And we're all working on things. We're all trying to grow, and that's what these conversations are about, is where is it going to take us when we talk about all these things, What are the different angles? You saw his angle there. He was like, this, whatever. There's different angles to look at it. That's all we're saying. Just throwing different ideas out there. But let's move on to Section 4 of Article 2 in the Constitution. This says, the President, Vice President, and all civil officers of the United States shall be removed from office on impeachment for the conviction of treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. That basically covers everything. Right? How many times have we seen a president get impeached
and still sat in the chair?
Nothing changes.
Still sat there.
When that right there says what it says, it doesn't say the House and the Senate need to approve anything. Right?
That's
you know how they say that? Oh, well, it's got to pass the House and it's got to pass the Senate. That right there don't say none of that. It just says shall be removed from office or impeachment for convictions of treason, robbery, and other high crimes and misdemeanors. It doesn't say people got to vote on it. It just says once it's once they're convicted and shit, we just say you got to get the fuck out of here. You're done. But that's where they stop them all the time. You notice that? That's the bullshit they give you. See, is the ones that they've stopped. They've always said, well, they weren't convicted. Because it does say conviction, right? So that's where they get you. Is you can impeach them through the process because we've seen it done. But because they were never convicted, they can go, oh, that doesn't fit the impeachment.
Bomb droppers.
That's how they're cheating us. That's how we're getting cheated. Is because nobody's going after the crime. We're only saying a crime has been committed. But nobody's actually going after it.
Yeah. And again, who do we go to?
Right. The Supreme Court?
I mean, to get them out the chair.
Are we supposed to go, hey, Supreme Court, we got this going on in the presidency or in the whatever, Is that who we go to? You're right. Where do we go to? Who do we talk to? What's the phone number?
Right. I don't think it's no phone number.
What's the website?
I don't think it's no phone number. I think it's a lot of pulling up.
Right. Yeah. Exactly, right? We, the people, need to start pulling up and saying, what's up? What's going on?
Whoa. What's happening? Bomb droppers. Like real live though, for real.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the game they're running on us, folks. That's what we're saying. Remember we said we over here talking that free game, giving it to you instead of running it on y'all? This is how the government is running it on us.
Damn.
All right. Here's a third part. And like I said, this is all interpretation. This is us talking to the community. Somebody out there right now is going, this guy doesn't know shit about the Constitution. And I don't. I just said that earlier. We're interpreting, but we're saying there's a difference between reading through the Constitution and understanding it. There's a lot of stuff in here that can just be so turned that's why they're running it on us. It's because they can go, we're still abiding by the Constitution, but we're just, we're tweaking it a little bit. Mm-hmm. So here's another little part. This is very interesting to me. Let's see, it says, it's all about the voting, right? So we know, obviously, you got to have to vote to get the president. You always end up with 2 candidates, which is bullshit. 2-party system. It's all stupid, right? There should be more than that. It should be a list of people, which it is, but they only highlight the top 2 because those are the ones they want you to pick. Who they want. Mm-hmm. So you already know you're being cattled into some shit. But anyways, here we go. So this is on that part. It says, the person having the greatest number of votes shall be the president. If such number be a majority of the whole number of electors appointed, and if there be more than one who have such majority and have an equal number of votes, then the House of Representatives shall immediately choose by ballot one of them for president. So see right there, it's just confusing as fuck. But it sounds like if there's 2 candidates that are basically at the top, that they have to vote between those 2. Mm-hmm. That's, I think, how they're manipulating the whole red and blue shit. They're going, oh, these are the top 2 who have the votes, but they didn't give a fuck about anybody at the bottom. They made sure those 2 were up there. So, you know what I mean? I think that's where they're starting to get us on some shit right there. That's bending it, right? So,
bomb dropper.
There it is. It says, then the House of Representatives shall immediately choose by ballot one of them for president. If no one person have a majority, then from the 5 highest on the list, the House shall in like manner choose the president from the top 5 when there is no majority. So think about that, right? When has that ever happened? When did we ever got close to that? Right?
Never. What?
So if there's 5 people up there and none of them have the majority, the House is supposed to pick one of those top 5. Never. That's what this is saying. Okay? And then it says...
it's new to me.
Right. Didn't know this shit was in here.
Wow.
But in choosing the president, the votes shall be taken by states. So the states then get to choose what's going on, right? So, and it says, the representation from each state having 1 vote. So then it goes, so those top 5 are then chosen by the states out of 50, right? So where's any of this? None of this has ever happened in anything. Or if it is, it's happening behind our backs and we're not being told about it, which, what does that sound like? Treason.
Bomb droppers.
This is me interpreting. We're just having a conversation.
Breaking it down.
I'm trying to understand it. I'm hoping maybe somebody will comment and say, that's what this means, that's what this means. Because listen, reading that already sounds like we're getting, something's happening right there.
Yeah, this new to me.
So those are like the 3 main points today that I wanted to pull out of the Constitution and just throw that at the people, throw that at the community and say, for one, we don't even know the first sentence of the Constitution by heart. We should. That's something you should just know. Because if you believe in it, if that's what's backing you, you should know that. And say, that's my Constitution, you're infringing on my rights, stop it. Or we're going to take action. You know what I mean? Because that's what it is. It says it in there. We can take action if the government does not comply. It says it in there. That's With the whole, because the amendments and all that other stuff play into all this. So there are some amendments and things like that, right? But I'm just saying that that's the base Constitution. That's where it started. And then we amended and we Bill of Rights and we did all these other things to enhance it, which is possibly needed as you evolve. But you always have to go back to the base. The base always stands on its own. You can start from that base anywhere. You could start a country just off that of your own. And use that Constitution to make sure that you govern properly and you keep things, straight. That's just interesting. When our whole lives we're told about the Constitution, but we really don't even understand this motherfucker.
Well, maybe we should get our own land now.
Yeah.
Let's roll out.
Right. Right.
Once we get this.
Go start our own republic, right?
Yeah. I don't think
just find us an island, man.
Well, I don't think we need it for real.
Yeah, we just find us an island.
I don't think we need it. We don't need to be governed.
Governor, that's what it is. It's basically saying we the people govern ourselves. That's really what the Constitution is saying. We the people govern ourselves. Yeah. How they've tricked us is we elected government officials. That's how you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now they're governing for us. Trying to say it's for us. But we let them go do their thing. We didn't pay attention to what's happening. It got corrupted, and now it's fucked.
Bomb droppers.
You see them banks going down? Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank. They're like a couple of the like top 5 in world banks.
No.
Over the weekend, they just they dashed and crashed.
Ooh.
So you already know. That's what I'm saying. The government has got a lot of shit going on right now, man. There's a lot of shit going on behind the scenes. We've been talking about it to the community. We've been telling y'all there's stuff going on behind the scenes that y'all don't really even realize what's happening.
Yeah, I didn't know that one either.
Yeah, and they're saying Silicon Valley Bank is connected to like 10,000 companies, including places like Etsy, DoorDash, all kinds of stuff that you know what I mean? Like it's connected to a lot of things. So what does that tell you?
It's about to be a lot of shutdowns.
There's a lot of shit going on, and things are gonna start happening. And like we've always said on this channel, we're not fear mongering. We're not trying to make today's show. If you already noticed, no fear, no fear. This is what we've been waiting for, because this means the old system is dying and the new system will take over. That's where we're at. That's what this show is about getting you guys prepared for this new world. The new world is coming. We've been talking about crypto. We've been talking about all these different things. All these things we've talked. Go back and rewatch the shows.
Definitely.
We've been bringing y'all through every day. There's stuff coming. There's stuff happening. We've been saying this. That's what this show's about. It's about the journey from the old world to the new world.
Bomb droppers.
So all of this is playing out. We've been saying time is up. We've been saying all this stuff. This is where this road has been rolling to. Time for celebrations.
For real.
But some people are going to go through some hardships. Shit's going to be happening. There are some, but you have to remember, like we said, no fear, but prepare yourself. Do the things you need to do to keep yourself right. They've been talking about it. They've been saying if you need to get some extra food in the house, some extra water in the house, might want to do that. But that's up to you. That's your journey.
Talked about it before. Start gardening.
Right, start gardening.
What you say you had?
Growing the arrow garden.
Yeah, the arrow garden. Yeah.
But there's other stuff like that you can use to grow vegetables and things in your house year round. just make sure that you're prepared to a point where if something happens for a few days, for a week, you never know. Stuff could happen. Most people don't go through a lot, but when the power goes out for 3 days, people start panicking,
Definitely.
So it's just always good to be prepared. That's it. We're not saying you have to be fearful. Just be prepared. No fear.
Bomb droppers.
If you need to get some ammo to protect yourself or to trade, Same thing with food. If you have extra food, because that's what you planned on, but then you don't need it, you can always trade it. Say something does happen. That money in that water, or that food in that water, can now be traded. So you got to think of how all these things work together. You have gold and silver. That's tradable. That's always going to have value. Things like that. If you have crypto, do you have it backed up? Is it safe? Is it in a safe spot? In case anything happens. We don't know. Look at the world. Look what's happening out there. Yeah. Shit is happening. So don't be fearful, but be prepared. Prepare yourself. And that's it. You're preparing yourself mentally, spiritually, and physically. That's it. You got to cover all the bases.
Bomb droppers. For real. Man.
Interesting, right? Very interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, it's no fear, man. We can't keep running around here scared of shit. We just have to keep moving into the new world. Keep going. Don't look back. Just go. Just get your shit and just go, I'm going.
I'm gone.
I'm going to the new world.
Whenever it happens, it happens, man.
That's the whole idea of what they say, when you spiritually enlighten and all that shit, you'll start shedding things. That's all you're seeing. We're shedding this world. So you're seeing, it feels like it's the destruction of it and shit's happening. But we're shedding this world and we're moving to the new world. So yeah, some shit's gonna happen. Some people aren't gonna make it through. They're not meant to. Some of this stuff is all just CGI and circus, like we said. It's just some of this is just a circus around us.
That shit show.
Yeah. Welcome to the shit show.
That shit show.
That was a mixtape from last year. Check out the website, ppeinmusic.com. I think I might have played a couple songs, maybe like on first or second episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, welcome to the shit show, mixtape. Hello.
Man, this world is turning around, though, man. It's
there's
doing a drastic change right now.
Yep. A lot of stuff behind the scenes. So don't be worried. Y'all had enough faith to make it this far. Don't stop now,
ain't no
right?
Turning back now.
Don't stop now.
Ain't no turning back now. Shit, you can't turn back now.
Yeah, no stopping now.
Nah. Yeah, you can't live in fear, man. Can't live in fear.
Well, here's the thing.
Can't be scared to die.
Where did fear come from?
Fear.
Is it in the Bible? Is there fear in the Bible?
I think fear is a feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
So where does it come from?
I don't know, but
that's interesting, right? Where does it come from? What is fear? Like you said, if it's a feeling, then guess what? Don't feel fear no more. Just don't do it.
Bomb droppers. Facts.
Just don't feel it no more. Same way you want to feel cold-hearted when you get out that relationship, Just stop feeling fear. It's like, fuck it. Fuck fear.
Fuck it. Roll that bitch over, man. Fuck it.
I mean, where's fear ever
I
got
have
you?
no fear. Nowhere.
Where's fear ever got you?
Stuck.
Right. Doubting yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah, we've all been there. We've all been there. You know, we're all been guilty of it. But no fear.
Yeah.
Just get out of fear. There's nothing to be fearful about. Everything's a journey. Everything's a blessing. Everything's a lesson. Everything, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All those things. It's like, if you look at everything a certain way, fear doesn't exist no more. You're only fearful of something that you think can or cannot happen. Why even think about that?
Right.
Just go.
I feel it, right.
Just do it. Either you earn it, learn it, or burn it. I just made that up.
Bomb droppers.
Was that? I don't even know if that was a thing. I just throwing it out there.
Yeah, the first two.
He said the first two were good.
And then the 5 was like burn it.
Oh,
All right.
yeah. All right.
But
that was
yeah.
It was best 2 out of 3, so I still won.
It went in there.
Yeah.
It went through. Don't worry. It went through.
I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah. It was some sharp points.
I think I had something good.
Like.
I think I had something.
You didn't
good,
have no fear. You said it.
But I just went in.
Yeah, you just went with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I threw it out
Fuck
there.
it.
Threw it out there, folks. Cut it, paste it, short it, throw it on YouTube. Let's go. They'll be like, look at this crazy shit he's talking about. I don't even know what he's saying.
So good. So good.
That's what
man.
this show is about. We said that. It's therapy, man. We're just talking. We're having conversations. We're working things out. We're trying to understand this constitution we're under. We don't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we talking about fear shit. I was scared of flying, man. Now I'm just like, man, fuck it. I'm just going.
Yeah. The next time you need to fly, just go fly. What's the point?
Right.
Yeah. Or you know what?
Fuck it.
Or you just levitate yourself and fly.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah, flying's easy.
Sound about right.
Right. Not a problem, man.
Bomb droppers.
But yeah, all that stuff. I mean, you know, it's like, I always looked at it like, you're always like, I'll do that later. I'll do that later. Because you're just, something's telling you to just, you know, like you're telling yourself, maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I, you know, it's that kind of attitude where it's like we're just negative talking ourselves. And that's the fear. Then you start creating that fear in yourself of doubt and all these things, you know. So yeah, man, I've been there. We've all been there.
Definitely.
But no fear. That's where we're at now. That's the new idea. No fear.
Yeah, I'm there.
We used to have it on a T-shirt and wear it as kids, remember? The no fear T-shirts?
No fear.
Remember those?
Yeah, that's crazy.
What happened?
Yeah.
It's gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
Now they're giving us some bullshit. Or you can go to ppeintox and get the good shit too.
There you go. Get the bright colors and all, baby.
We got all the colors. We got the green,
blue,
we got the
red.
blue, right, red. What else? Gold. They call this gold.
Get the black.
But this is like a yellow almost. But is it yellow? What do you think this color would be?
It look like a yellow to me, but
Dark yellow. Right?
yeah, it's
Right?
cool though.
Yeah, they calls it gold. Got that gold.
Oh, gold.
Yeah, that's what it calls it, gold. I was like, all right, check it out. I'll test it out. See how I'm out here testing the gear for you. I love it. I think it's a great color. It's interesting. I don't know. I think it looks good with my skin tone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually look
Brings
lighter.
you out, right?
Yeah, I look lighter. I'm like, when did I get so light?
That's crazy. Like,
Did you think the same
I can
thing?
see through my my peripherals now. Like,
I got lighter, I think. But I think it's just because this is shining so damn much, I can't see the darkness. I don't know.
it's like you mashing this shit now.
Imagine.
Nah.
It's cool. I like it.
It's cool, man.
Yeah. Oh, did I show everybody my
What's that?
my new joint? The Flower of Life.
Yeah, I
Got
think you
the
did
flower
last
life.
week. but
Did I
that's
show it?
Yeah.
I did.
That's nice
Oh,
though.
fuck.
It's so
I'm
good,
sorry.
man. It's so good. You're showing
Apologize.
your life. It's so good.
It's just
flower
it's,
of
yeah, it's
life,
interesting.
man. So
Flower of life.
good.
It's yeah, man. I just want to make sure I'm sharing everything with the community. I'm sorry. I apologize. Nothing to apologize for. We'll just keep talking. That's just how it rolls. You want to see it again? No. No. I think what I wanted
No
to show
fray
you
over
though
here.
was I changed them. So I used to have this one is my initials. I used to have that one down here hanging, and then I thought, why don't I bring the initials up, put the flower of life a little lower, and just I don't know. I feel like it rocks better. That's just me.
Hey,
though.
that's you. Exactly. Hey,
feel like
that's
it
how you
rocks,
felt. You know.
So I was like, all right. So yeah, I changed them around. That's why I was thinking about it. That's why I was like, shit, did I show y'all this?
Man,
So
you don't need nobody's opinion, man.
yeah,
You know,
I mean,
it's all on how you rock it. It's
exactly.
all on, you know.
Very true. Very true. That's right. It's
your
what we talked
style,
about.
man.
It's our avatar.
Yeah.
Put my avatar together. That's how I decided to come out today. My avatar. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm adding my gear, man. I got the bracelet, I got the flower of life. I'm trying to build a set.
I ran into a lady talking about she had bracelets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm gonna get one from her.
Nice. Okay, yeah. And then we'll see how it looks, man. Go back and get some more if they're looking good or whatever.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I'm down. I'm down. Show me where the good stuff is. Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No fear. No fear. No fear. For real.
Yeah, just keep going.
No fear.
See, I think where I'm getting with this of the keep going. Like I know I've said the keep going kind of thing, but what it is like for me, I feel like this show is part of what I'm supposed to be doing in the world, right? And so I'm just gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep being me. I'm gonna keep putting my frequency out there because I feel like that's what I need to do. And that's why it's like whatever you need to do. If you feel like it's I'm just I'm working on myself right now, then keep going, keep doing that, and everything will start falling into place. You'll start getting your relationships back together. Mm-hmm. You'll start dating again or whatever, or your marriage will get better. You know what I mean? Like. Everybody has to start working themselves, and like we said, one step at a time, this and that and whatever. And so just keep going with everything you're doing to be better and get into this new world, and just don't even worry about that shit that doesn't affect you and can't, it's like we can be, like we said before, we can just sit here and worried about politics. Who's going to be the next president? Who gives a shit? How is your world in front of you going to be better?
Right.
Make that better. And then as we make that better, the rest of the shit will get better with it. But I think, appreciate it.
Bomb droppers.
Thank you, sir.
I had to cut you off right there. That was, yeah.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Sometimes I don't know when to stop. I just start going on my intox rant.
I'll let you roll with it. Yes, sir.
But yeah, just keep doing you. Keep putting positive, good energy out there. Keep working it. Help your neighbors. Figure things out. Don't try your best to not put that chaos out there. But I know some people test your patience.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, some
But
people
try your best.
test you. But right. So you gotta hold on strong. Just hold it together, man. For
Hold
real.
the line.
Yeah.
Hold the line. We're going to get through this. Like I said, you had enough faith to get to this point. Just have faith that we're going to make it through.
Yeah, I'm about to bust through this thing.
Right? Like the Kool-Aid man. Hell yeah. Nice. So yeah, by the time you see, no. Yeah, next week, Monday. Happens to be my birthday. Last day of Pisces. Riding for Pisces, right? So I'm gonna give everybody some news. So I'm gonna go chill out this weekend, man, and just go relax, you know, and just bring it in.
My man.
44, man.
44.
Yeah. Do I look 44?
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
I'm aging backwards, going into the new world, man. That's how it works.
Nah, but you got some time, you know, time to get out.
Yeah, just relax and reflect. You know, just get a moment away from the craziness. You know, but like we said before, you can't do this shit all day every day. It's gonna fuck you up. You know, you gotta relax. You gotta chill. You gotta watch. Like I said, play some video games. You know, if that's your thing, or go watch some anime, or do something different. You know, all this world shit, you're just gonna worry yourself out, you know, and just everything's all. What about this? What about that? What about that? Right. I'm guilty. I do it sometimes.
Then it's gonna put you in this state,
right?
In that,
right? No fear.
Nah.
Yeah, you don't want that, right? So get your breaks. You know, hang with your kids, play with your kids if they're young, you know, and stuff. Do things to make you happy. Do things that's gonna matter. You know, worry about the stuff that matters. That really matters, you know. You can't keep in contact with everybody. You're going to lose contact with people. It happens. Don't feel bad for that. Move on. Find new people to influence. Find new people to hang out with, you know. Those people will come when they're, you know, when they'll come around when it's time. But, you know, embrace that. You'll feel their energy. They'll have good energy. You'll know it. You'll know what's going on. Got another one.
Bomb droppers.
Nice bomb droppers.
My man, yeah, man, but be talking that talk, man. For real. Yeah. Sometimes I let you go, man.
I know, you know, and sometimes that's why I think people sometimes they just think I'm too aggressive with it. But I'm like, if you were watching some of the shit I was watching, those motherfuckers are aggressive as shit. Compared to me. Like, I feel like I'm saying it pretty chill, you know? Because there's some people out here who just don't give a fuck no more. They're tired of people not listening. You know what I mean?
Yep,
they've been doing it for 30
way,
years.
yeah.
They're just like, fuck this. Either you gonna get it or you're not. You know? And so I'm just like, no, I'm not, just not trying to be that person. Not trying to be that way, you know?
Get the point, though.
Trying my best, though.
Get the point, though.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, I think, you know, like we talked about before when I said, if you go back to my Facebook in like 09, 10, you know, 2010 and stuff, I was saying it then. I was saying a lot of this stuff then. But like my mom, right, she called me and she said, I went back to your Facebook. She goes, I went back and checked it because you said check it. She goes, she's like, I forgot about it too. And then she goes back, check. She goes, you know what? You're right. Everything you were saying on there was the same kind of shit you're saying right now. She goes, you're so right. She goes, but back then you were saying it so angry. Everybody thought you were just angry. You know, I was drinking, you know, I was doing my drinking thing. I was all on that. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I didn't stop drinking till 2017. So.
Oh, you probably okay. You probably had cuss words in there, and people probably was like, "The hell."
A little bit.
I see what's going on.
It was clean though. My stuff was clean.
It was clean. Okay.
But in between those, I would do the rants. I'd be like, "What the fuck is this?" and "Who the fuck is this?" and
yeah.
But then I would throw in, you know, everything is light, everything is spiritual shit, or you know, then I would throw in some quote or something, you know, that would be on some shit. You know, I read a couple, remember?
Right.
So it would be clean. But then after that, I'd be like, why the fuck at 3 a.m, white people want to look at me all fucking weird? You know, I'd say some shit like that or something. You know what I mean? And so then I think everybody was just like, this guy's just on here just saying all kinds of weird shit.
Got you.
And I think it was just so of a mix of stuff. I was in such a weird fucking state. Facebook was new. how do you use it? There was no rules back then.
Right.
You know, it's like I was just.
You just said whatever.
I was like, you know
how
what?
you felt that moment.
I wanted to be
right.
genuine, you know, because most people would be like, there was people that I called them out a couple times because there was a couple people every single day. I don't know why this annoyed me. Every single day, they would always put at like a certain time, like, I'm at work right now. I miss my kids. Every single day. Every single day. You know what I mean? Like, and like I said, I don't know why it annoyed me.
Yeah.
But I was like, every single day, you have to say that.
Yeah.
You know? And so I looked at it like, I'm going to say how I feel in whatever situation. Like how I feel, fuck it. You know, like, why not? But I was like, I felt like, because to me, I felt like when somebody said that every single day, they weren't being genuine. They may have really missed their kids or whatever. You know, I get that. You know, because they got to be at work all day and shit like that or whatever. But I just felt like they weren't really saying their feelings.
Didn't mean it.
They didn't. You know what I mean? It was like, where's the feeling in that? You're just saying I miss my kids. Like I don't. That's it.
Like the first 3, you know what I mean? Was
Yeah.
cool, but every day.
Right. And that's how I felt. And so I was like, I
Mm-hmm.
think what I wanted to do with it was I wanted to be so genuine with it back then and say everything I fucking felt or whatever. And the way I say it the way I would say it, not clean it up for Facebook or anything like that, right? And I think that's where I was going with it, and the world wasn't ready for that. But that's what they do now. That's what everybody does on there now. But I was doing that in 2010 before anybody was, I don't know. Was I a pioneer? I don't know. Or was I just fish out of water?
You ain't know yet. Bond droppers. You ain't know yet.
That's what I'm saying.
You
It was
out there
new,
flapping.
it
It's
was
all
new
good.
technology, man. I didn't know how to swim. I went for it. I dived in. But that's why I left. I left because I was like, I don't know what's going on here. This feels irrelevant to me. I'm gone. And then I just never went back. So I shut down my account. Yeah, I think like at the beginning of like 2011. I think it was like by April of 2011. I just was like, I'm gone. No more Farmville for me.
Farmville. Yeah.
Man, that's all that shit was in there, man. It's like everybody was. It was like everybody's grandparents and shit was just like playing all these games on Facebook back then. Playing all the games, trying to get you to join, so you could fucking help them fucking harvest their tomatoes. The fuck are we doing on here? Like, I just was like, I was like, what is everybody doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, this is not how this works.
Man, that's how it is now. Motherfuckers just posting pictures and shit now. Just twerking and shit all crazy.
Yeah.
That shit definitely changed.
Yeah, man. Yeah, if you're... Yeah, that's it. But that's everywhere. That's what we were talking about that the other day, right? So I'm scrolling through my Instagram. And you know how as you're scrolling through your Instagram, every now and again it'll have like the reels or something you can watch?
Yeah.
So I kept showing everybody, I'm like, I don't look like... I tried to clean up my Instagram. My Instagram used to be wild, right?
Right.
But I tried to clean it up and, I got most of the girls and the booty and stuff out of there. You know what I mean? But I guess there's remnants. There could be shit I forgot. I don't know. But I cleaned most of it because I was like, I need to make this feed stuff I really want to see, not just entertainment.
Gotcha.
But that, but it needs to be like, okay, if I'm interested in this people, this chef or something, I want to follow that because I want to see what he's up to, whatever. Learn some new chef techniques or whatever. Use it more as a tool instead of just entertainment. But obviously, there's still entertainment stuff in there too.
I don't even get on like that.
You know what I mean? But see, that's what I started thinking about a couple years ago. So I started changing it all, right? So those little reels, when they come down, it's always a chick shaking her ass,
Twerking.
like every one of them. And I'm like, but I don't follow none of that stuff. So where's this coming from? So I'm like, and I'm gonna show people. I'm like, look, I don't follow nothing. Like I'm not. I don't even click on them. I keep scrolling. I'm like, that's them
the
trying to
followers.
distract you. It's the distraction. They're trying to get you distracted. They're going, oh, you want to be on here learning spiritual shit, huh? Okay, well, here's a booty in your face. Go click on this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like 9 times out of 10, you want to. You're like, okay, I'll check this out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it's like that's where they distract you at. You know,
Throw you off your game. Gotta stay on your ball, man. For real. Gotta stay on the ball, man.
Yeah, and I think it was just like they say, it's because your mental can only be good if you're giving it good stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, so I took that a couple years ago. I took that as okay. If I'm watching nothing but violence over and over and over, not just as entertainment, you know, I'm watching it in all the movies. I'm watching it on Instagram. I'm watching it on YouTube. I'm watching it on World Star. I'm watching it on everything. What do you think's happening right now? I'm just giving myself bad energy over and over and over from everything.
And then you're going to go out and get into something.
Right. The chances are high. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
The chances are high. So that's why I said I started cleaning up my Instagram, trying to get it more in tune with music and, you know, spirituality and food and things that I'm interested in, you know, hiking and whatever, you know. And then, so then I did the same thing with my online habits. Instead of going to World Star Hip Hop and scrolling through all the cool, crazy shit, I was like, I'm not even going to that website no more. I'm done with that website.
Facts.
I don't need that. I don't need that in my life. You know, and so I started cleaning up a lot of things like that, and I think that's what started helping me internally start understanding my mental and start, you know, looking back at my life and going, why did I do that? Why did I do that? I need to fix that. Like, that's not, what am I doing that for, you know? Instead of being a destructor, I wanted to be a constructor. I got it for you.
Bomb droppers.
I saw you.
Yes,
You're
sir.
looking at it.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah. So I was like, why burn it down when I can build it up? Just as easy with the same energy. I don't have to do nothing different. So that's how I started changing my mentality, was cleaning up some of those things in my life that I felt like could be detrimental to me in the long run.
Yeah, when you start realizing, yes, sir.
And I'm not saying I don't look at some of that stuff. I still do, you know, here and there. But it's not on every device, on everything I'm looking at on. You know, it's like, oh, okay, I can look at that real quick and go, okay, I got enough of that. I'm good.
Right.
You know, I still,
And
you
go
know.
back to doing,
Yeah, you know, because
And
you
go
still
back.
got to look at stuff, and there may be a message in there that I need, you know, or something, you know, from the different things that are happening around the world. So you got to look at some of it, but just don't make it everything you're doing all the time.
Right.
You know, fit it in there. Like we said, entertainment, move it around. You got to relax. You got to, you know,
Gotta navigate
got to
through.
navigate your world. How do you navigate your world?
Gotta navigate through there.
Right. That's it. So it's just, it's like we've always said, too much of anything's bad. So yeah,
Bomb droppers.
work it, do your research, build around it, understand it, read the Constitution.
Facts. Facts. That's
Just
crazy.
do it. It's an easy read. Just go read it. Just and then from there, you do it. If either you want to pursue more, or you're just like, okay, I read it, I'm good. So that's up to you.
At least you read it.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
you have it in your brain.
You might see something and go, what is this? You might see something I ain't see.
That's something I gotta do.
Yeah.
I ain't
'Cause
gonna
we're all
lie.
seeing it from different angles, you know?
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Right. Just that little part right there made you go, what the fuck? Okay. I need to read this again. Because I'm telling you, at this point, I'll just say that was probably the first time I ever read it. You know what I mean? Like, if I've ever read it before, because I don't know for sure, you know, like probably did it in school. I don't know. Who knows? But I don't remember half that shit that was in there. I was like, wow.
Yeah, have a nigga thinking, man. Like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Definitely. That's how you'll know what's really going on, and what's, you know, that's how you'll know CBDCs are not for us. That's how you'll know. You know?
But But they got that out in some areas though.
They're trying.
They're
definitely trying.
They're
gonna keep trying. But it's all bullshit. They're basically rejecting them everywhere. As they're trying them, they're being rejected because the word's getting out. That's not what we want. Because that's controlled. A CBDC comes from your central bank, which is you just giving the feds the fucking dollar back. That's what you're doing by doing that. We want to be able to use any coin available, which is what we told you before, those top 3 or top 5 type situations is XLM, XRP, XDC. Look into those and then see what's mingling around those. Do your research on those, and you'll start to see what this all looks like. Those are true coins that are decentralized. Nobody owns them. You know who owns them? God owns them. So you know what I mean? Like you can't fuck with that. But if you let somebody control that coin, then you can be controlled by it. So,
and I know we ain't trying to live in a control.
Yeah, we want true freedom. True freedom to financially do what you want to do.
Right.
To what's the word? Shit, I lost it. So it's like, yeah, you want to be free to move around the land. You want to be free to be financially free. You know, it's like all these things. When we're dealing with mortgages and we're dealing with all these trusts and life insurance and it's like car insurance. All these things are just built to siphon the money out of us. You know, the taxes. You know, it's like you work all week to give half your money away on your labor.
And
you labored for that.
Right.
That's why the IRS was illegal on your income tax, because you're not being okay. When you're getting a wage, that wage is saying your energy and effort for this time period is what this is worth. That's basically what they're saying. That's what your energy and effort is worth. Think about that, right? For this job. Then when you're supposed to get paid, that was labor. You're supposed to get all that money. Mm-hmm. That's what you earned. Mm-hmm. That's why it's called earnings, right? But that's how they've cheated us by going, oh, but you got to pay this and pay that. And you're like, but not out of my earnings, because that's 1 for 1. I gave energy for that.
Facts.
That's not where it was. They were supposed to take our money from, but that's how they tricked us into all that shit. And then we just never fought it.
You just roll with it.
Or the people who did try to fight it ended up somewhere else. Yeah. Disappeared. Suicided. Mm-hmm. Different shit, So yeah. And that's where and that's where they put us in fear. So we didn't ask questions. We didn't start. I was like, oh, I want to talk about that. Same thing they try to do on censorship now, with YouTube and everything, shutting channels down. There was a video last week, Friday, that I saw. They went live, and they had a video on there, right? And they explained a lot of this shit we're talking about. They explained it in such a clear manner in like an hour. It was like a 3-person panel. They did this real quick. Explained a lot of shit that we're talking about, right? And so I watched it, and I subscribed to the channel, and I was like, man, I'm gonna pass this along. I want people to see this, everybody around me to see it, so that it'll explain more of what we've been talking about, but in a real precise manner that y'all can really grasp it, start to really put it together. And I thought it was interesting, so I was like, I know they're gonna find it interesting. That was Friday. Saturday afternoon, I go, let me go get that. I'm gonna watch that video again. I wanted to watch it again. I was like, and I'm gonna send it out. I go on my YouTube, wiped. Gone.
Damn.
Gone. Not in my history.
Gone.
I'm not even subscribed to the channel no more.
You can't find on the
Gone.
history either?
Nothing. It's gone. They wiped it. I was like, that's how powerful that video was. That's how powerful that video was. I was like, man, I hope these people come back. I hope I can find them because it was interesting as shit, man.
Had you locked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really, really good information.
Damn.
That's why I think it was too good. That they were like, nope, people can't have that. I was
Next time you just got to say that shit.
Well, that's what I said. I said, next time, I'm going to screen record it.
Yeah.
If I see a good show, I'm going to start it over and just screen record that bitch.
Yeah. Damn.
Because, yeah, that's fucking crazy. I was like, wow. That's the first time that has happened to me. I've heard about those stories and people doing that, and other YouTubers and different things, of people losing channels and, but usually when they lose a channel, that person will then like resurface as like that same channel, but like plus one or something, or some shit. So usually you can find them pretty easy, But that was the first time I'd ever seen that channel. And when I subscribed to it, I didn't pay attention to what it was.
Yeah.
So I have no way to fucking find it. No way to find it. I'm just hoping that it'll fucking pop up in my shit again.
Shit, I used to watch one. His name was Truth Reveal 777. I used to watch him.
I might have seen that.
He used to,
or at least something.
He
from
used to
that.
break down everything, man. Like from the sports games, he'll tell you who win the game and shit like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he knew numbers and shit. Astrology and shit.
Okay.
Like, what I mean?
Was he doing like gematria? Or was it astrology?
Astrology.
Okay.
Yeah. He was doing that, you know what I mean? So I watched a whole bunch of content of him. And then one day as I woke up, I turned it on, I went to him, gone.
Gone.
I said, damn. I said, yeah, he was the truth. He was the truth. Bomb droppers.
Never found him again?
Never found
Gone.
him again.
Disappeared.
He was saying that shit too, man. They're trying to take his page down and shit.
Right. Yeah.
And they got him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It happened to a lot of people. It did. Some of these people, you're right, never resurfaced. But yeah, and like I said, I heard about a lot of stories,
Yeah, I feel
but
you on
never
that.
had it happen until that moment. I was like, oh shit. That whole thing just got wiped. Gone. Like it never existed.
Crazy.
Yo.
I know.
I'm like, and that's the other thing too, is you'll never, unless those people resurface and they know for sure, you don't know what they said that did it. Like something they said in that video is what they wiped, is why they pulled it. But I didn't see nothing wrong with anything because everything I felt like they said was pretty much stuff that's already out there. But they must have hit something on the head.
Yeah.
They must have hit something right on the head. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to watch it again.
Right.
I was like,
Yeah.
something in there is interesting as fuck. And I can't
You
get
know
to
what?
it now.
And you probably would have called the second time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I was like, fuck, something in there. It was a really cool video. And it was just a panel, 3 people, and they were just talking. They had their moments where okay, I know about this, let me talk about this. And kind of like this in a way, but like same, it just felt
I got you.
simple
you.
and
Yeah.
everything was being they were
broke
equating
down.
it.
Mhm.
They're breaking it down
Right.
easily, where it was like, oh,
Understandable and shit. But
yeah,
I got you.
And I was like, wow. I was like, okay, people are gonna. This is one for everybody. This needs to be out there. And I was like, and see, that's another cool thing about most of the truthers and stuff out there, is if you're a real truther, you're not. I don't care if one of the real truth, if somebody out there took a clip from our shit and put it on their page and got a bunch of fucking likes and hits off of it, I wouldn't give a fuck. As long as they were like, yo, I got this from over here or whatever, or just, give a like we do. Give them a shout out.
Give 'em a shout out.
Yeah, I was checking this thing called Awkward Intelligence out, and look at this clip. Take it, cool. Because that'll help people come here, hopefully. That's how we work together to get the information out there, is I can pull a clip from yours, you can pull a clip from mine, you can be on the show, we can talk, and then we're all giving our message to everybody, and it'll just grow on its own organically and just, do its thing. So, and a lot of people are on that right now. There's a lot of them that are, like I said, they're starting to group together and do stuff together. So it's very interesting that that's happening. And that's what made me say that, was we've been on that, like let's just talk to everybody, share it, So we've been on that. And so when I saw them starting to do that, I was like, wow, I was crazy that I was on that energy with them like that, but not, they're doing it from their perspective when we're trying to do it here in the community and, our own little thing or whatever. They started doing it collectively, and I thought that was pretty cool.
That's what it is. Shit, we got to collab, man.
Yeah.
Gotta collab.
At some point, we're going to have to reach out to some people and see what's up.
You might know something that I don't know.
Right. We've said that. Shit. Exactly. We've said that. But like I said, it also gets like cross-pollinated where, it's like we would love the fans, but also the idea is to get some of their fans to see us so that they can see if we have some good information that can be shared with other people too. That's what it's really about. Right. It's not, it's like the more followers, the better, but it's like we're not trying to do that to just be popular. We're trying to do that so that we can get more information to more people.
Open your brain.
Right. Because like he said, there's probably things on here that we may be saying that other people aren't saying. Because not everybody has all the information. You have to gather your information from different sources and different ideas and then put it together and say, oh, okay, is this working? Is this working? What's working here? Like we said, you got to do that. You got to do the research and corroborate things to make sure that you're on the right path. So we're just one avenue. But you got to look at other avenues with the people we've talked about, things we say. We're telling them where to go. Here's the other people to go check out. Here's different things to look at. We've done that. Go back and watch the early episodes.
Yeah, we spread the love.
Episode 14, here we are. Awkward Intelligence, how y'all doing?
Bomb droppers. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like I'm rambling today. Am I rambling?
Nah, man.
I'm good?
Getting it out, You getting it out, my guy.
Yeah, I was talking to Rich Black the other day. So he was talking about his episode. He was like, yeah, man. He's like, I watched it again. I was making sure I wasn't like just rambling. And I was like, nah, actually you talked a lot more than I thought you would. Mm-hmm. and then he goes, and then that's what made me think about this was, then he goes, how do you come up with what you're saying and stuff? Like, how do you know what to talk about? And I'm like, I don't. I go, sometimes, we've said this before, sometimes I show up and I got a topic. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to talk about this, I want to talk about that, right? The second the show starts, my mind goes blank. My mind goes blank. But you know what happens? When that happens, though,
done.
All of a sudden something happens and I just start channeling. And then I just start talking. And once I start talking, it's like, stop me.
Yeah, you can't do it.
Cut me. And I just get, I get into a zone and I love it. I think it's great. But today, I did say we wanted to talk about the Constitution. I had that set up. That was a setup situation. But you see how we did that. I didn't make it a thing. We just kept it rocking. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Broke it down.
Right. And that's the kind of show we want to do, is where I don't have to sit here and go, it's this, and like we say, this is our segment of this and this is our segment of that. It's just, we'll work it in. It's all organic. We're gonna make it work. We're fluid. We're like water. Pisces, baby. We're like water.
Shit. I'm a lion, baby. That's why I got it on my chest.
Nice. Oh, that's a new one, right?
Yeah.
Because you always wear the little pyramid and everything. Yeah. Nice. That's a good piece.
It's my lion.
You like gold?
Yeah.
Gold's more your flavor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm silver. That's why I was like, everything's all silver. So I don't know. Just always liked it ever since a kid. Never really liked gold and nothing like that.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just different. We talked about it a few times. We shared all that, but yeah. But yeah, that's cool. Definitely.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. And then we're gonna get some more beads soon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We'll check that out. Yeah, we'll see what you get first.
Definitely need my energy beads.
Yeah,
man.
we'll see what you get first, see how it looks, and then we'll see if that's a path we want to continue or not. So yeah, because like I said, that I bought some. I fucking, what do they call it? I impulse bought some beads off of an Instagram fucking ad. You know, because I'm an idiot.
Showing love.
I was trying. You know what I mean? That's how I was looking at it. I was like, oh, this is cool. I'll check this out.
Support.
Support. But then, like, I didn't think about it. I just bought the beads, not thinking, like, when I got this one done, this one was done, like, she measured my arm and everything and, you know, made sure I had it right so that it would fit the way I wanted it to fit. So I got those ones, and, like, 2 of them were fucking squeezing my arm. The other one was just weird. I was like, I got. I got. It happens. So, but I passed those on to my daughter. So she has those. So she was good. As I was like, yo, you like them? She's like, I like them. I was like, cool. So somebody's getting use out of them. It just wasn't for me. And I was like, man, I don't want to just buy. Now I realize, okay, I can't buy just anything from everybody. That was a little lesson I had to learn. I was like, okay, I get it. I was trying, like you said, I was trying to show some love. Oh, look at this shit, you know. But also, it was probably targeted ad. Why would fucking beads like that all of a sudden show up on my Instagram feed? You know what I mean? Because I was probably in there searching for shit. And then Instagram was like, oh, we got them now.
You talked about it?
What?
The beads.
Oh, yeah, I mean, definitely.
bring
But
it
I think I've searched it at least once, too.
Okay.
Just because I was, like, trying to search the different style of these or whatever, and I was like, is there a place you go to? Like, where do you get these from? Other than your local fucking merchant who's just gypsying it around the city or something. You know what I mean? Like, where do you buy your beads at?
Right.
You know what I mean?
The real ones.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know where you do that at.
Ah, man. Online somewhere.
Right. So I took my chances. Didn't work. Lesson learned. Lesson learned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can get ready for our final thoughts. Start wrapping this thing up.
That's it. You know, you say, move with no fear now, man.
Yeah. You see it with the hand. No fear. Y'all remember that
no
shirt?
Fear, man.
Y'all remember that shirt?
There's no fear. That's crazy.
I'm gonna pop that up on the screen. I'm gonna find one of those shirts and during the video, I'm gonna pop it up when we say that. Oh shit! How's this live doing? Nobody? Quiet? Crickets? Oh, didn't go well. Technical issues.
So good.
See? Got to get things figured out. We're not
still navigating
Yeah,
through.
we're not professionals over here. Just getting it all figured out. But yeah. So no fear.
Yeah.
Be genuine with each other. Keep going. Keep doing it.
Stay safe out there, man.
I need to get back on my smoothies.
Smoothies.
We talked about smoothies those first couple episodes, man. I was doing well. Fell off, man.
Fell off.
It's been weeks. Maybe 2. Maybe like 2. I'm lying. Maybe like 3. Been like 3 weeks.
So good.
I keep telling myself. I mean, they're still in the fridge, you know, because there's the frozen. I got like the frozen pod joints we talking about. So they're still in there, and I see them every now and again. And I'm like, you son of a... Okay.
Oh, man.
So I'm gonna get back on it. Something's been telling me get back on it. So
I've been doing my push-ups lately.
oh, hello.
Yeah, my arm's a little hurt right now.
He
I'm
said
good.
my arm a little hurt.
I'm good, yeah, man.
Nice.
You know.
Yeah, I need to do a few.
Yes, sir. You gotta work on yourself, man.
Yeah, man.
For real.
Yeah.
Work on yourself, man.
Yeah, there you go. There's another one. Always. either spiritually, mentally, physically, whatever it is, work on yourself. If it's one thing at a time, one step at a time. Don't feel like you got to do all three at the same time, unless you're that good. Are you an ascended master?
Shit, put your mind to it, you do.
Right, you can exist in more dimensions than others because you're an ascended master. Wow, that's interesting. Shit. Gotta drop a bomb every now and again.
Droppers.
Just gotta drop a bomb every now and again. Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You know?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I think we had a good talk. I think some of y'all have some homework to do.
Shit, I got some homework to do too. Damn. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, Awkward Intelligence, Intox,
And BDot, baby.
and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for being here.
For real. Bomb droppers.